Hey everybody, and welcome to Meals with Melissa, where we give you some healthy options of things that you like to eat. Yeah, we're just making it healthier. So I know right now we're a little struggling with the situation. You're probably a little bored. I'm finding a lot of people are kind of just letting go and eating whatever, and you guys, that's the worst thing you could possibly do. Because if you're trying to avoid either getting the virus or even just preventing yourself from getting sick, you've got to build a good immune system. And in order to do that, you have to eat well. So my recommendation is there is no reason that you cannot food prep, eat well, eat healthy. Because trust me, I'm seeing the healthy food is still in the stores. So don't give me the excuse that you're here. If you're afraid that somebody has touched the food, the produce, wash it. Because trust me, I know you're not washing the lid of that jar of pasta sauce or the box that you're taking the food out of before you eat it. So give me a break. Don't give me excuses, guys. Okay, so today this is just, you know what, this comes from really myself wanting some great ideas and something different, because I do eat pretty clean, and sometimes the proteins can get a little boring. So it was like, what can we do? And I thought of this, and then looked up Pinterest, and there's like a gajillion recipes. So it's super, super simple. We are making tuna salad deviled eggs. Now, I'm going to tell you there's a lot of other options you can use. If you don't like tuna, you can use canned chicken. You could actually even use canned salmon, smoked salmon, which sounds amazing, or even like crab. I mean, be creative. There's no reason why you can't include the things that you enjoy eating. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make like a mini batch. Now, what I post is gonna be the full recipe, but personally, I tend to make things as I eat it. But the benefit of making a batch is you can have food prepared for another time. So one of the things I think is funniest about people's obstacles, the word I'm trying to say there, is that they really tell me they don't have a lot of time to food prep or to cook. Well, of course, some of us have a little more time right now because we're not working. But even if you don't have a lot of time, the benefit of planning and prepping ahead is that A, you don't have an excuse, but B, all you have to do is take it with you. So what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna take about a third of a 5-ounce can of tuna. Again, I'm gonna make a mini batch just because that way I'm only making a few at a time, but you can also put these in the freezer in a sealed container and have it ready for, later. So I did make a few ahead, and I have some really great ideas and some things that I haven't yet tried. These are amazing. These are amazing. I tested them out already on my family, and they were like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. Okay, so I've already boiled the eggs. I did a hard boil earlier. Now, what I find interesting is sometimes it's hard to get those eggs to hard boil correctly and be like the perfect consistency. And so what I did was I tested this out a little bit because I saw a tip about adding a tablespoon of olive oil to your water. So here's how I did it. Again, you may have a better way, totally up to you. But what I liked about this is it made it really, really easy to peel when it was done. So I filled my pan to above the level of the eggs. I didn't put the eggs in yet. I actually heated it up, got it to boil. I had already added a tablespoon of olive oil to it. And then using a spoon, I put the eggs in and I boiled them for exactly 13 minutes. That's like the perfect status. Again, you may have found a different option. Do what works for you, but that worked for me. And then I took it immediately off the heat. Some people use an ice bath. I actually just start out with hot water running in it from the tap, and then slowly over a few minutes, I just get it cooler and cooler and cooler until it's cold water running into it, and I keep running it until it actually cools off a little bit. All right, so to my tuna, I'm actually gonna add the egg yolks. Now, cool thing is, if you don't like egg yolks, or if you do want to include the egg yolks, but maybe you don't like the mayo, because we are going to add a little bit of mayo today, you can also use fresh mashed avocado, right? We could do a whole nother episode on that because I saw several recipes for that. I'm actually going to use a spoon here. It'll be a little bit easier. So I'm just going to take out the yolks and throw that in the bowl with my tuna. Okay, super easy. I'm actually going to do 2 of the 4 eggs that I cooked. Again, I'm just doing a mini batch. Now, when it's Thanksgiving at my house, we make a ton of deviled eggs because we just seem to eat them all really fast. Now, my daughter Autumn makes the most amazing deviled eggs, so we let her do it. But I don't mind doing it. Now, these actually came out slightly undercooked because I just didn't cook it the same as I did when I tried these yesterday, but they're fine. They're cooked all the way through. You just don't want them to get overcooked to that really weird gray-green consistency when you're getting the yolks out of it. That's just kind of grody. So, all right, to that, I'm going to add a tablespoon of, now this is light mayo. I'm gonna tell you, this is not what I personally normally use. For some odd reason, this is in my house for kid sandwiches. I prefer to use something that's made with olive oil, or you can also do a homemade recipe, which is gonna be much, much healthier for you. My problem with this mayo is that it contains sugar, which really bothers me, but it also contains oils that I don't really want in my food. This one has soybean oil. A lot of them do contain canola or vegetable oil, which although they want you to think that's a healthy option, it's not. They are processed with chemicals, and that just drives me crazy, the things that they try to make us believe, right? Okay, so to that, I'm going to add a pinch of minced red onion. I know it's kind of hard to see there. I already cut it up. Now, if you don't like red onion, you can use something different. You can always use green onion, you can use yellow onion, totally up to you. I don't mind a little bit of red onion, even though it's got that really intense taste. As a matter of fact, when we tried this yesterday, my daughter said I kind of needed to add a little bit more. That's fine. Okay, so to that, I'm going to add a splash of red wine vinegar. Just a splash, it doesn't take much. Okay, splash there. And then I'm also gonna add some chopped chives and some salt and pepper. So my chopped chives I've already been working on right here. Actually, I'm gonna move these over to my lovely plate I have prepared. All right, so those are ready to go. Get that out of the way. Chop up a little bit more in the way of my chives. And the cool thing is you can get these fresh at the store in the produce section, in the fridge section. So if you kind of look, there's like a whole section of fresh herbs that you can get there. Although I have determined I'm going to start my own herb garden just because I want to. Along with working on my backyard here. Gotta have a project, right? Now, I'm gonna tell you that, I know things are crazy, and I know people are really struggling right now, especially, honestly, it's with kind of a little bit of depression and some things going on because we feel like we don't have a lot of control. But here's what I'm gonna tell you. You do have control over one thing, and I hope that you choose to use that control. You have control over your attitude. You just do. So, you have a choice. You can curl in a ball and feel sorry for yourself, feel sorry for whatever. And I get it, trust me, I get that there are problems. I don't really have a job right now. I mean, I'm working, but I don't have a job, if that makes sense, because the gyms are closed. But you know what? I can make a difference, and I'm going to. So I am choosing to get up every morning. I do my cardio, I get dressed, I put my makeup on, and darn it, I'm busy. I've actually been hitting about 16,000 steps every day. So, it's a choice. It's just a choice at this point. All right, so I'm gonna mix that up. Let me add a little bit of my salt and pepper. See, I think mashed avocado would be absolutely amazing. So that's gonna be my next little test because I love avocado. So you always have options depending on what your likes and dislikes are. It's totally up to you. All right, so to that, just gonna mash it up. I'm just using a fork, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. I don't own a lot of fancy, just because why? All right, and then I'm gonna use my spoon. Okay, I'm gonna use my spoon and I'm just gonna scoop it back into my eggshells. Super, super simple. So if you're really struggling, like if you like eggs and you like hard-boiled eggs, this is so easy, you guys, and it's a much easier way to get some protein. The great thing about eggs is that it's a complete protein. It has all the amino acids that you need in order for your body to repair tissue and build muscle. So not a bad option. I actually feel sorry for people who don't like eggs because I love them. Personally, prefer them whole. I love the yolk, but choices. Sometimes I do use egg whites, but I tend to do that when I'm making my protein pancake with a little bit of my protein powder, my whey isolate, and they're amazing. All right, there you have it. Super, super easy. Took me how many minutes? Like not long at all. So you guys, this is okay. You're gonna make it. Look to the bright side, find the silver lining, eat well, wash your hands, have common sense. We're adults here, we're not 5. You can do this. Keep watching, I've got some great ideas. I've also got some things to do. If you're really starting to go stir crazy in the house, I've got some activities that you can do that will really keep things interesting and help you look ahead and have a positive attitude toward the future. Have an incredible day, you guys. There we go. Bye.